Today on Attack of the Show, legalizing marijuana, possibility or pipe dream. Then,
there is no originality left in the world.
will Lady in the Water sink M. Night Shyamalan's career?
Sometimes it isn't always what it seems.
Plus, relive the senseless violence of your childhood with Ren and Stimpy and the Incredible Hulk. All this and more on a live and totally original Attack of the Show, starting right now.
And action! What's going on here?
Think about this.
Oh, they stopped. Hi, I'm Kevin Barrera. What's up, everybody?
Yeah.
Television.
So, Kevin, we're live on TV right now, and
are.
I'm going to call you out on something. I texted you like a million times last night, and no response.
No, listen, I was knee deep in the TiVo. You know, plus I had some
TiVo,
sake. I'm not gonna lie, but I was going through some television.
What
really,
were you watching?
I was catching up on my Super Nanny. Actually, I'm proud. Listen,
Wait, I watch it because you know I'm a girl. But
I watch it because I really enjoy the traumatic experiences that kids have when their parents yank them from the dinner table and then sit them in the living room on the naughty mat. Like,
you think that's traumatic?
they freak them, dude. That's got to be scarring. Like, the kid's still gonna grow up to be a stripper. Sorry, sweetheart, but it's gonna be afraid of floor mats. Like, it's
no,
having an
okay,
irrational fear.
those kids are so freaking bad.
Aren't they?
I think that you should just beat them. You should just beat your kids like you're a small Asian woman like my mother did.
What? Your mom beat you?
Yes, my mother.
Are you serious?
We used to get hit all the time.
Did you,
Like, my
did
mom
you deserve it, or would you?
No, I never deserved it.
Of course not.
My mom would she would hit, and then she would, after she'd be like, oh, I'm so sorry. Don't make mommy mad. I won't hit.
Please don't make me hit you, sweetheart.
Yeah, she
Why
did
do you do that?
She did that. I was like, I have no hair left, but thanks, Mom. Yeah.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
that's-
they should beat your kid.
We should open the show on child abuse jokes more often. That's funny.
Awesome! All right, everyone. Now it is time to look at the odd, the fascinating, and the downright dangerous.
We're showing you stuff that nobody else is when we go around the net. All right, you lined up at midnight to buy one. You even paid a Nobel Prize-winning scientist to help you boost your brain age. Yes, we know you truly love your DS Lite. And that's why our first item of the day is making a lot of Nintendo fans really, really upset, Olivia. Oh, big
Why?
fanboy
What's going on?
cheers. Apparently, talkbackers everywhere are complaining that the hinge on the DS Lite is defective because it keeps cracking. And Nintendo, they refuse to do anything about it unless you want to pay $50 for the repair. So we decided to do our own little investigation. Here's a DS Lite here, my friends.
Yeah.
Running. Looks good, right? You can see the hinge. Do you hear that?
Yeah,
little,
hear it clicking.
It's crack. It's like it does a little click. I can't tell if it's gonna. I mean, I don't know if it. If you just.
Are you? Kevin!
Yeah, you see? No, you see the way that just
broke
snapped?
a DS Lite?
No, did you see the way it just snapped
Wait,
right
no,
off?
you have no respect for gaming?
No, but
Are
I'm
you
just saying. Look
kidding me?
at how flimsy it is. Did you see that piece right there? No. Did you see? No, look at it. Look at the way it's like if you hit it enough times and just if you get down on it, just elbow drop it, and really just take it to it.
That's so like Kevin. Okay.
Did you see that? Look at this thing.
Okay, that's really unacceptable.
Look at that. Even the screen pops out.
You know they're kids.
That's
who are
shoddy
saving
design.
their money for this. There are parents who can't even buy this for their kids for Christmas because they can't afford it, and you just freaking broke one.
Well, now they know better because obviously it's a flimsy unit, and I'm sorry. I expect durability out of my products.
It's flimsy?
Yeah, it is.
Great. Okay. Next up, as you may have heard, Carmen Electra and Dave Navarro are getting a divorce. Shocking, I know. What kind of world are we living in when an ex-stripper and a sort of gay rock star who never wears a shirt but always manages to put on eyeliner can't even stay together forever? But sad as it is, Carmen is back on the market, and to celebrate her, here's a look at her website about stripper aerobics.
Oh, yeah. Now we're talking.
Exactly. So if you guys want to stay in shape and still look like a slut, this is the workout for you. I just didn't think most people have stripper poles in their homes.
Well, they have the portable ones now, so that's good. But the problem is that some granny in Iowa, she buys the video and she tries the workout thing, and it's like the new Tae Bo, and that's not going to be so hot. She's breaking a hip.
You know you'd like it. You'd watch. You'd buy it.
I would download
At least
it.
rent.
Nightly. Oh, that's at least a rent. That's my verdict. Speaking of hot, actually, some guys are so jaded that it takes more than Carmen Electra to get them going. Believe it or not,
Really?
they need something super special, if you will. And that's where GimpGirls.com comes in. Yeah! Girls with broken legs, girls with sprained ankles. I don't care if they have stubbed toes. Basically, if they can't get away from you when you're making creepy advances, they're on this website, and therefore they're in my hearts.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah,
I mean-
and it's only $19.95 a month.
So, okay, so basically, screw that starving kid you sponsor in Rwanda. Sign up today.
Yeah, who cares if Village can eat for years? I can get off for like Gimp Girls. That's sweet.
Exciting. And finally, the Neistat brothers are two artists who set out to prove just how easy it is to steal a bike in New York City. Take a look.
This is actually kind of sad. This dude put his bike in 4 different spots in New York, used bolt cutters one time, and plain as day just, ganked the chain and went off. They also used a hacksaw. They used like a drill bit at one point. And they did this all over the city. Not once was he stopped. In fact, the last time he was doing it with, I think, a pair of pliers, and somebody stopped by to help him. He was using a hammer.
Hilarious. So basically, people won't risk their life to stop you from stealing a stranger's bike in New York City.
Shocking, right?
Yeah, I never would have guessed. Never would have guessed.
Crazy. It still works, by the way. Go to attackoftheshow.com for the links to everything you just saw.
All right, you see, basically, we're doing you a public service today, if you can't tell.
Now, right now, a heat wave is ripping across the country, and the Middle East is at war. But here's the news that really matters. It's Layla Kaylee with a look at what's coming up in the feed.
Thanks, Kevin. I'm going to tell you what's coming up in the feed, whether you like it or not. First up, is Apple going the way of Blockbuster? I've got info on the big rumor if you stick around. Plus, new details about the Wiimote come out every day, but only the feed is on top of them all. And finally, get ready, zombie fans. The Day of the Dead remake has been cast. I'll tell you who's in it, and lots more, all coming up later on in the feed. But first, back to the couch.
Thank you, Miss Layla. Right now, I'm actually picto-chatting. It's with Zach Selwyn over there.
Hey, Zach.
BJ is not cheating. Call you later.
Oh, my gosh.
That actually,
Hi. How you guys doing? Nice to
What's
see
going
you.
on over there, Zach?
Not much. Just text Carmen Electra back.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she's single now, that whole thing. I have a question for you guys, actually.
What's up, buddy?
You know that one director of, what's the movie Lady in the Water I just saw,
M.
right?
Night Shyamalan.
What is it?
M. Night Shyamalan?
Yeah.
Because I was like, is it Shamaluski? Is it Shamalchuk?
No, it's Shyamalan.
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 You got it wrong?
I think so. I don't know. I mean, like, if you watch this upcoming interview I did with him, we'll really have to see, because right now I'm a little worried, and the fact that he walked out of the interview might not be good. But if you stick around, Lady in the Water, you'll see what I'm talking about.
That sounds very interesting.
Could have just asked one of us, Zach, to be honest. Just,
Well,
You should
have you
run
seen
things-
my cell phone?
no.
This thing doesn't even text.
Ah,
I was making that whole thing up with Carmen. I don't know her.
Yeah, you should just.
I was so full.
You should pass things through us first before you.
That's all right. That's all right.
I'm
Good
sorry.
job, buddy.
Yeah, no problem.
Stick around
I'll see you
till
later. Yes, definitely.
Thanks, Zach.
Listen, like Zach, I'm sure that everybody out there, they like to have a good time, right? Texting
Yeah.
Carmen, pissing off like world-renowned directors, playing with the birds in the park, or how about smoking a little bit of the
A little reefer? Yeah, but
There you go.
But the man is always trying to stifle that good time. Seriously, the debate about legalizing marijuana has been going on for a long time.
Yeah, pro-marijuana activists say that, hey, look, it's no different than tobacco or alcohol. In fact, it's safer. And then anti-marijuana activists say that it's a gateway drug and it's only going to lead to something worse.
Yeah, so viewers, it's time for you to solve the age-old debate in our poll question. Should marijuana be legalized? A little Mary Jane can't hurt, can it?
Probably.
Probably. All right. Vote at our website, attackoftheshow.com, or text your vote to G4TXT. That's 44898 to vote and register for AOTS Live News
It's
Alerts.
like sturdy.
Coming up later in the show, we're showing you the newest features in the next episode of Half-Life 2. But it's now time to call the exterminator because roaches are in the house when we come back.
What?
Stylists
Next,
making it.
why marijuana is this close to being legalized. Then it's time for another steamy session.
In your pants.
Stay tuned for more Attack of the Show.
Welcome back to Attack of the Show. We are live, but it might as well be about 4:20 because Mary Jane has arrived. Before the break, we asked you, should marijuana be legalized? Well, 58% of you said, yeah, dude, totally. Weed should be legal. It's time to boot the bong and get into it. Let's go on over to Kevin.
sure, we all live in a yellow submarine, but should it be legal? That's the question. The marijuana debate has been raging forever, and recently, new life has been toked into the controversy. West Hollywood, California, passed a unanimous resolution saying that pot possession is the lowest priority for police and poses no danger to the community. So, are we on the road to legalization? It's time to hit the homegrown and get into it, folks. It's The Loop. Joining us today from New York, political satirist and writer John DeVore is here in Los Angeles. You can see him in Showtime's Weeds and the upcoming film National Lampoon's Totally Baked, Craig Rubin, and from our friendly northern neighbor in Toronto, Canada, we have comedian and Green Therapy founder Howard Dover. Gentlemen, welcome to The Loop. John, I want to start with you here. There's a lot of harmful legal substances out there, so what's the problem with maybe a little bit of weed?
Well, Kevin, I want to thank you for having me on. It's a real honor to be here to talk about something that means a lot to me. After a nuclear-armed Iran, immigration, and spiders, marijuana is the biggest threat America faces right now.
Now, John, wait. Do you really believe?
I'm sorry?
Do you really believe that marijuana poses the same threat as a nuke missile or spiders?
You could argue that marijuana is a gateway drug to terrorism, Kevin.
This guy's an idiot. Are you serious?
Shut the hell up, hippie.
Yeah. I've seen. No,
Who asked you?
Listen, I'm a pro-pot Republican. I'm not a hippie.
Oh, whatever. Keep yapping your lips, stoner boy. I will knuckle rape your grill.
All right, let's see you come out here, buddy.
All right, now, Craig. Now, yours. Now, aren't the marijuana supporters supposed to be a little bit more passive than that? Now, let's
sure,
take a step back here.
Smoke some weed, you're not going to want to get in a fight. But actually, marijuana is going to end terrorism. It's going to end the war in Iraq. We legalize marijuana. We reduce the amount of gasoline we're going to use in America.
The world.
You smoke some weed, you don't really want to drive anywhere anyways. You're home, you're stoned, you're relaxed.
Good thinking, good
you're
thinking,
using
Tom
less
Petty.
gas.
Now go knock up your stoner girlfriend and have a flipper baby. Your seed is mutated and toxic.
Dude, I got 7 beautiful kids at home.
Marijuana does nothing but inspire hacky sack, patchouli wearing, and Dave Matthews spiral dancing.
What's so terrible about that?
If you legalize marijuana, then our entire capitalistic system will crash.
Now, John, hold on a second, because Howard has John.
Yeah, here, I'm a pro-pot Republic. It's an $150 billion industry that needs to be legalized, taxed, and regulated.
You're a pro-pot Republican? What the hell does that mean, hippie?
That means I'm selling marijuana at my temple, Temple 420, and you can buy marijuana that's legal anywhere in America, and we're making a lot of money.
Now, Craig, one second. I want to hop over to Howard here because John brought up something about, this is going to inspire hacky sack and Dave Matthews, maybe a little spirited frisbee or timbale. Doesn't it? Now, Howard, is there a problem with that? What would be so wrong if this were legalized?
I think that's a wonderful idea, and I wish more people smoked.
And do you believe that it will ever become legal? Do you think that we're getting closer to that point?
Listen, I can't stand those hacky sack and hippies anyways. What kind of game is that, hacky sack? There's no winner. Look, this is a capitalist country. I'm like, who's ever going to win this game? But we can win selling marijuana. We can win the war on terrorism, and we can win our economy. Because if we legalize pot, we got money in this country. It's creating jobs. There's 300 medical marijuana clubs in California right now making $50,000 a day.
I will confess that I have smoked marijuana once. I'm not proud of it. I was doing missionary work in Berkeley, and I got ambushed by what looked like to be a gang of indigo girls. It was awful. I don't know what you're talking about. I spent an entire day in a Hojo's eating Entenmann's pound cake and abusing my genitals with Lubriderm. You guys, you don't understand how it can ruin a life.
John,
I think the second time would be a lot better.
John, I start smoking marijuana from the minute I wake up till the minute I end, and I'm telling you, marijuana actually makes you smarter. I feed it to my kids in the morning. A bowl of Wheaties makes you have a good day at school, let me tell you.
Now, Craig, all kidding aside, is that something that, do you have children, and would you encourage them to smoke?
No, I do have 7 kids. My kids don't smoke, but they know I puff. I go in the room and I puff. Why all kidding aside? This whole thing's a joke. Well, suddenly, no kidding aside?
No, I am curious here because I think it's interesting. You've been a presidential candidate in the past,
and I'm still running for president.
All right, so in 08, you're going on the weed platform. You would legalize it.
Yeah, I'm a pro-pot Republican. Like I said, it's a $150 billion industry that needs to be legalized so this can be taxed and regulated. A guy like me doesn't need to go to jail for smoking some weed.
Howard, why is it illegal? Do you have any idea why this stuff is still illegal? It seems like they've been trying to legalize it since Prohibition.
I think a lot of it has to do with your pharmaceutical companies, your liquor companies exerting a lot of pressure, oil companies.
the cocaine industry.
They don't want to see hemp legalized.
Hey.
The cocaine's certainly that as well.
Go to temple420.org
Kevin?
right now, and you can buy marijuana. Join our church, and we've legalized marijuana in the United States, and we'll defend anyone that ever gets
Kevin?
busted who's a member of our church.
Howard, go ahead.
May I add, Kevin, may I add that marijuana smoking mentioned in the Bible? It says, let he who sins be stoned. And I think I'm qualified on both parts.
John, Kevin, I'd like to reiterate that the only reason marijuana should not be legalized is it'll destroy our country.
That's an important point.
Look how wired these guys are.
Listen, with it being illegal, the terrorists are selling it. They can bring it across the border of Mexico or Canada and sell it for cash.
No, sir.
If it's legal, it's taxed, it's regulated.
First of all, let me tell you, did you ever see the photos of that American Taliban? He looked like he went to a Fish concert. Secondly, if the country smokes marijuana, the whole country will turn into California, and no one wants that.
Now, John,
when I buy my weed, I'm not supporting terrorism. I'm supporting a good friend of mine who lives in Venice Beach.
There you have it, folks. Guys,
look, guys,
you
thank
still
you for
buying
joining
bud
us.
from Chris down in Venice, Howard?
Folks, it remains to be seen if the Chiba will ever actually be legal. But in the meantime, there's going to be a haze of lawbreakers out there. Thanks to John, Craig, and Howard for joining us.
Greentherapy.com.
There you go, greentherapy.com. Thanks for keeping us in the loop, everybody.
Oh, yeah, and read 9021-GROW for all the truth on pot.
Okay, everyone. Still ahead, an unusual sex problem. How do you handle a fast girl who gets to the end zone right before you do? I have the answer when I go in your pants. And Zach jokes around with M. Night, Paul Giamatti, and Bryce Dallas Howard when Attack of the Show continues.
Welcome back to Attack of the Show, TV's only source for what you care about. And today we're delivering on that promise right now with some very hot sex advice. Let's go over to Olivia, who's ready to hook up.
We're about to take a serious detour into sex and depravity. Are you ready? You better be, because that detour is in your pants. Anna David writes for magazines like Esquire and Maxim, and she's here now to be like a plumber for your stopped-up sex life. She's going to fix that leaky faucet and help me teach you guys how to keep your pipes clean. Okay, our first guy might need a quick lesson in long-distance love.
This is the first time me and my girlfriend have been apart since we've been together, and she feels that I'm a little emotionally disconnected. How do I show her that I love her?
You want to know the best way?
Yeah.
Tell her.
Yeah, that's true.
It is true. It is true.
It doesn't matter how many times, yeah, when you said that, it doesn't matter if a guy buys you, I mean, it's nice to buy flowers and that stuff, but when he's like...
What girls want more than anything is just for you to be communicative. And so many men are not like that. I think, I mean, a dozen roses is never a bad thing.
It doesn't hurt.
I mean, no woman's going to argue with that. But just tell her. Ask her also what she means by emotionally disconnected. And you know, and say that you're willing, you know, you feel as connected to her as you always did, and you're willing to, you know, work with.
It's so, you know, I was dating this guy a while ago, and I wasn't quite sure if he liked me or what was going on. And he said to me, he said, you know, I just want you to know, I really like you. He's like, sometimes I don't, he's like, if I don't call you every day, but I am thinking about you. And that was enough. That was all it really took for me to be, you know, really happy about it.
Right,
you feel better.
Yep.
All right, so just go ahead and tell her. Our next guy has a problem with a fast lady.
What's up, guys? So, in bed, my girlfriend finishes before I do, and then wants nothing to freaking do with me. How the heck can I change this?
She's like a boy.
She's taken on the male role. You've taken on the female role. I think, I mean, look, it's a pretty selfish thing, and it's like, I don't know if you've already told her that you don't like it, but even with a selfish person, even if you tell her what, you know, that you don't like it, a selfish person doesn't just change automatically just because you tell her you don't like it.
Here's the thing that I don't understand. Like, boys, if you orgasm, it's hard to, you can't keep it up, really.
Right.
But a girl can still just lay there and let you finish.
I mean, part of me is like, you know, admires this girl for having
she's
the
like,
balls
thanks, I'm
to
done.
do that.
Rolls over.
But, you know, what a good question to ask yourself might be, why do you like someone who's so
selfish?
Who's so selfish and so not concerned with pleasing you?
Yeah, so either find a new girlfriend or ask her to just lay there. It totally works.
Just play dead. She can do it.
And our last guy up wants to meet a left-wing girl in a right-wing city.
Ladies, I'm a very liberal person and a very conservative area. I'm having a really hard time meeting girls, considering I don't go to church. Just wondering how can I meet more ladies?
Well, you know, my family's in Oklahoma, which is a very right-wing place. And I'm very middle of the ground. Like, there's some things that are left, some things right. But I was there for a long time. And
and did the boys meet you?
Yeah, and I met the boys that I liked. So it's like, you know.
Well, I think look, I've said this before, but you can meet girls anywhere. Yes. And this week, I met a guy at Whole Foods, the supermarket, and I gave him my number. So that is testament, living proof that you can really meet somebody anywhere. I mean, that being said, why don't you check out church, see what the ladies are like there?
That's true.
I mean, you know.
Don't close it down just because they're in church, because I've been to church before, and Lord knows I'm a sinner. So. So make sure to just, you know, don't close your mind about everything and just go for it.
And understand that any place you go is a potential place to meet romantic partners.
Or to not meet them. It's like, it's
or
either
to
way.
not meet them, exactly. So be open-minded. There's nothing, the internet dating thing, you know, there's Match, Nerve, Friendster, MySpace. There's all kinds of places online where you can meet people. But, you know, or move out of the conservative place.
That's true. All right, thanks so much, Anna. That fancy computer you've got, there is going to definitely waste if you're not using it to send us your sex and relationship video voicemail. So go to g4tv.com/video voicemail to get them in. And to find out more about Anna David, visit annadavid.com.
Well, thanks, ladies, but it's time now for the old the old alpha male to chime in on conservative girls. Now, listen, it might be hard to break into those locked panties, but believe me, it is worth the fight because church girls are wild. Listen, they'll crucify your Cocker Spaniel, then they'll swallow the dog whole.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
What are you doing? Don't give out advice.
I'm just saying they'll take the whole pooch, tail and all. You know what I mean?
Next, is Lady in the Water scary good or scary bad?
I do not want to be a Madonna.
And then, relive your violent childhood with these guys.
Help, Daddy!
Attack will be right back.
Welcome back to a live Attack of the Show. Don't worry, kids. We're going to be here all summer, actually. We don't take vacations.
But we do call in sick a lot.
Well, some of us do.
A lot. Now make sure you stick around because we're showing you the new portal gun in the next episode of Half-Life 2. You know you have to see it.
It's awesome. It's absolutely sweet. But it's time now for the news that matters in the feed. You look a little sleepy, Layla. What's up? Are you okay?
I know my hair's all nappy and stuff.
What's going on? You tired?
I had to stay up late because I didn't think when I said if everyone sent me MySpace messages, I would get a whole ton. But I'm a woman of my word, and I promised everyone I would write back. So I was up till 4 a.m.
Wow.
Typing away.
I'm sorry.
And for those of you that I haven't written back to, just be patient, please. I will get there. Anyway, I'm Layla Kaylee here with the feed. It's like your own personal Drudge Report, but with bigger boobs. Now let's get it started. First up, a huge Apple rumor. Soon you might be able to rent movies at the iTunes Music Store. Yes, I said rent, not buy. Originally, Steve Jobs wanted movies available for purchase, but he and the studios couldn't agree on a price. So according to Apple rumor site Think Secret, renting was the big compromise they came up with. Supposedly, the movies will come encoded with a date stamp and they'll disappear from your iPod when the time is up. Word is, Apple will make the official announcement at the Worldwide Developers Conference later this year. Yesterday, we told you the Wiimote took AA batteries, and the insider details just keep on coming. The developers of the launch title, Red Steel, gave a cryptic hint about the Wii, saying that when people use the multi-layer mode, the fight will not take place only on screen. Does that mean we can actually hit our friends with swords? I sure hope so. But that's not all. There's also a secret webpage that Nintendo already took down. It talks more about the Wii's Wi-Fi capabilities, and apparently there will be no charge to play online. You just need an internet connection and a wireless router. Can this console come out any faster, please? Well, the remake of a sequel to the remake of a zombie movie sequel has finally been cast. Confused? Don't be. All I'm saying is that actors have been hired to appear in the Day of the Dead remake. George Romero's original was about zombies attacking a military base. Suiting up to appear in the new version are Ving Rhames, Mina Suvari, and Nick Cannon. Ew. No word on whether they'll get eaten in the film or not, but we'll keep you posted. Got a spare $200,000 laying around? I don't. Well, then buy yourself a ticket on Virgin Galaxy, the only airline that will take you into space and let you be weightless for 5 minutes. And if you take the trip, you'll be in good company. Lots of celebs have already signed up for the flights, which begin in 2008. You might just find yourself seated next to Philippe Stark, Victoria Principal, or even Superman director Bryan Singer. I guess he wants to see the Earth just like the Man of Steel did in the movie. And finally, in America, when you're a Boy Scout, you get merit badges for doing stuff like pitching a tent or lighting a campfire. In Hong Kong, it's a different story. Starting this summer, the Hong Kong government plans to have 200,000 Boy Scouts search the internet for legal copies of songs and movies. So be careful when you download that Gnarls Barkley song off LimeWire. An 11-year-old Chinese boy may be watching. That's so creepy. Well, that's all for today. Be sure to check out g4tv.com/thefeed for all the stuff I didn't have time to get to today. Trust me, it's the only site you will ever need. Now spend some time with a napkin because you just been fed. Back to you, Zach.
Gracias, Leila. Now, M. Night is the master of the big twist ending. From The Sixth Sense to Unbreakable to The Village, he always has something up his sleeve. But how would he and the stars of Lady in the Water react when I twisted the tables and started goofing on them? Here's the answer.
Come out of that pool right now!
Just when you thought it was safe to go into the backyard this summer, the director of The Sixth Sense and The Village is back with his latest Fright Fest. And I found out from my boy, Paul Giamatti, what it's like working with the horror meister.
It's amazing to be in an M. Night. Is it Shamal Haggim?
Yeah, Shamal Haggim.
Okay,
yes.
Shamal Haggim. Yes. That sounds like a meat you order at like a Scottish deli.
Shamal Haggim. Yeah, I'm going to
Bring me the Shamal Haggim.
I'm going to call him that.
M. Night Shyamalan.
That's very close. You like my 3rd grade Catholic school teacher.
Giamatti was having trouble saying it.
Paul's not having trouble. He's fired if he had trouble saying it.
And although his movies have earned over $2 billion worldwide with huge stars leading the way, M. Night has Oscar winner Paul Giamatti taking over the leading man chores.
So Bruce Willis, been in the movies.
Yep.
Mel Gibson, been in the movies.
Yep.
Now it's your turn.
It makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's where I would go after Mel Gibson. Absolutely.
He acted like he knew.
But if the scragged out Giamatti isn't exactly the easiest on the viewer's eyes, his co-star sure as hell is.
Now, you spend a lot of this movie in the water. How'd you prepare for that? Did you take a lot of showers?
Well, I did have a dilemma each day in the evening saying, like, well, I spent my whole day in the shower. Do I really have to go and take a shower right now?
So I do it the opposite way. I don't shower for like a week. And then I, kind of come to junkets and meet actresses who are like, get this guy out of this room right now. And, M. Night, Shyamalan. Is, he's got a pretty big acting role in the movie.
He does.
So when he's not behind the camera, are you the guy going, look,
I got cut. No. I wasn't doing that. He knows exactly what he's doing at all times, that guy. And he's good looking.
He's a handsome devil. I know that you're begun acting. You're in this film and you're great. And, I do some work myself. I just wanted to give you my card and a little, for the sequel, Man in the Shower. Keep it safe.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man. I think you're gonna do well in this industry.
All right, thank you, my friend. Well. Yes, this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Is this $1?
That's $1.
Okay. Can't even buy a taco with that, but that's all right. Thanks a lot.
Lady in the Water opens this Friday. Let's swing it over to Kevon and Olivia.
Yeah, now it's a time for the alpha male to chime in. Hey, M. Night,
you want me to take it?
No, I got this, actually. You're looking pretty suave these days, M. Night. Maybe we should just go get some curry chicken sometime.
You're stealing my action. Why are you poaching my bit?
Hey, M. Night.
Next, get all the Ren and Stimpy you can handle.
I love you guys.
And look what fell off the truck at Lil Will's Discount Warehouse.
Check it out, bitches.
Don't go away. The feed was brought to you by Cooper Tires. Don't give up a thing.
Welcome back to Attack of the Show, TV's only source for what you care about. It's time now to give you a rundown of the newest DVDs out there. Now, today we're going to give you a neurotic chihuahua and a raging green monstrosity in this edition of DV Tuesday. The The Raging Chihuahua is back. Chris Gore, what's going on?
I am back. I'm ready for Comic-Con.
Are you psyched?
I'm going to be down there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm going down tonight. That's
really? Now, what are you most excited to see, real quick, before we get into the movies?
Spider-Man 3 stuff, I think, really excited. And this TV show, Heroes, coming from NBC.
Heard about that.
Yeah. I've seen the pilot. It's great.
Oh,
it's awesome.
Isn't Chris special? Let's go to stuff that everybody can see, Chris.
Yeah, exactly.
The Incredible Hulk complete first season. What are you thinking?
First of all, this was a great series. When you look back on it, it really actually holds up, except for the clothes from the 70s.
Right.
A lot of people in bell-bottoms and platform shoes.
Rating Zach's wardrobe, essentially.
Yeah, exactly. Dressed like Zach. But if you set that stuff aside, this is actually a really good psychological series. I mean, Bill Bixby was a great casting choice, I think, for this. He really sold the character and the heart to it. Now, something interesting about the show is that Lou Ferrigno was not the first choice. They actually interviewed Arnold Schwarzenegger, who was determined to be, he was too short. Then they went to Richard Kyle. I don't know if you guys remember Richard Kyle from Jaws, from the James Bond series. And there's actually one shot that remains. They shot with Richard Kyle. If you check this out, there's a shot of Richard Kyle that remains in the pilot. That's him. That's Richard Kyle right there. See,
really? That's it? That's right.
For 2 seconds. They shot with him for a couple days. It just didn't work. They got Lou Ferrigno, who was great. The commentary on it is amazing.
I was going to say, there are some extras on this thing, right?
Yeah, well, not that much.
Did they explain why Banner was always hanging out at truck stops and getting his ass beat?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Not that part of it. But
no pun intended, America.
But there's one. The commentary track by Kenneth Johnson is amazing. One of the best commentary tracks for a TV show ever. Really goes into a lot of detail. In fact, he argued that the Hulk should have been red. Because red is the color of anger. So he wanted a red Hulk, but he lost that battle. But he did win the battle to change his name to David Banner instead of Bruce Banner.
All right, so
he didn't like the alliteration.
So fun commentary. It sounds like. What's the verdict on this one, though?
The verdict on this, it's great. It's a rent, but because of the lack of extras, only one commentary track, I can't recommend it as a buy.
All right, so a rent it is. Moving on, The Adventures of Briscoe County Jr.
Now,
which is second only to Hey Dude from Nickelodeon.
Exactly.
You've ever seen.
It's one of those things where it ran one season with Bruce Campbell, fantastic show, and like an old serial from the 1930s, Western, and this was determined not only to be one of the best family shows on TV, simultaneously the most violent show on TV, because so many punches were thrown. Bruce Campbell's amazing, and on the commentary track for the first episode, Carlton Cuse, who now works on Lost.
Oh, there was a punch. Wait, no, there's another one.
More punches.
Oh, man.
But Bruce came in and did the audition, and he did a backflip in the initial audition, so every audition
was that Busta Rhymes in a cowboy hat just then?
It's not Busta Rhymes, but the thing is...
It looked like him in there. Sorry.
No, it's fine. He had to do a backflip in every single audition after that.
Really?
A lot of funny stuff in the show if you never saw it. It only ran one season on Fox.
So what about special features? You only got one season to work with.
One season to work with, 26 episodes, though. That's a lot in a box set. And then you've got a commentary track on the initial episode, lots of extras, interviews with the writers, interviews with Bruce reading a chapter from his book, behind-the-scenes stuff. So Campbell's hilarious in it.
A good show, if not slightly overlooked, but now we've got the whole season. We got lots of extras. What's the bottom line, Chris?
Totally overlooked, but this is a buy. It's definitely a buy. For Bruce Campbell.
He does backflips, people.
Yes.
All right. Finally, something near and dear to my heart. I love this series growing up. Ren and Stimpy. How can you go wrong? Or are we about to go wrong? You tell me.
Well, no. John Kricfalusi created this series. It's cartoons for men.
That's right.
Which includes lots of gross jokes and nudity. And the best part about this collection is it has this episode where they go to the beach and they run into naked girls, and there's nudity in this cartoon.
Now, did they ink that knowing it wasn't going to make it to air? Or?
No, well, this is actually funny. This was actually especially made for Spike TV. And the whole thing with Janet Jackson and the little...
the wardrobe malfunction, if you will.
Exactly. Because it happened at the same time, they actually never aired it.
Now, what about the specials on something like this?
Well, there's stuff that are interviews with John Kricfalusi and a bunch of the creators. So I just think for the fact that you can only see this on DVD. The beach episode, and the fact that these interviews, a lot of the stuff with the behind the scenes,
funny animation outtakes,
Stimpy
so tripping over a boom mic cord, that's hilarious.
Well, the best thing is that you're seeing the episodes unedited,
right?
And that's the best part. And of course, this episode that you can only see on DVD, never been on TV. DVD only.
It's a good exclusive. I can tell you're excited, but what's the verdict? Are we buying? Are we renting? Or are we browsing? What are we doing?
Buying this one. It definitely goes on the shelf.
All right, done. That's good. 2 buys and a bit of a rent there.
There you go.
Not bad.
Good stuff.
You should be painted red, sir.
I'm going to be painted red.
Unleash your Comic-Con anger this weekend. So you're going to be there. Everybody should look for you?
I'm going to be there. Yeah. Check me out at the Film Threat booth.
There you go.
Say hi to all you guys.
And, of course, you can visit filmthreat.com or chrisgore.com for more info. Or go to Google and type in Chris Gore. There's about 5 million ways to see his face on the internet. And some of them you don't have to pay for, kids. Let's go over to Olivia.
Coming up after the break, we're taking you inside Little Will's Discount Warehouse. We'll explain more about that after the messages.
What's going on here?
Welcome back to a live Attack of the Show. This Friday, we'll be coming to you live from Comic-Con. The event is so hot that tickets sell out months in advance, but we have your front row seat.
Yeah, Comic-Con is the launching pad for the biggest comics and the best films of the upcoming year, and Attack of the Show is going to fill you in on all of it. Now, scheduled to appear on our show, big names: Rosario Dawson, Amy Smart, Hilary Swank, the Battlestar Galactica cast, Seth Green, Snoop Dogg, and of course, Mr. Snakes on a Plane himself, Samuel L. Jackson. I cannot wait
right. It's so exciting.
To talk to him.
Attack of the Show presents Comic-Con 06 Live this Friday, July 21st at 8 p.m. Eastern. Be there.
I was excited.
Yes.
I do this when I'm excited.
You do?
It's like a
I'm
dog
do it
wagging
now,
its
too.
tail. There you go. Or for warmth. Right now, time to wheel and deal some hardware, and Will O'Neill has your hot options.
Yeah, Will's going street and has sizzling deals that you're only going to find on the back of the truck in Watts.
Since doing the first 2 Little Will's Discount Warehouse spots, folks keep asking me, yo, you got all this dope shit. How can I score some products without dropping a bunch of cheddar? Open for business. This week, not only did I get my hands on some sweet shit, I found some joints that are looking to offload these goods. We're talking off-the-truck prices. Bitch. Who doesn't like big-ass TVs? This week we got Samsung's dope-ass LCD HD TV. It's 40 inches, has a ton of features, wide viewing angle, more inputs than Kevin's baby mama. What? Check the bullet points. Dude, a TV like this will cost you like $2,500. But if you get your ass over to onestoplasma.com, check it. You'll get one for like 1,600 bones. The only way to get one cheaper than that? Rob your own damn grandma. Hey, yo, player, how you gonna keep your hose in check without a dope-ass cell? Get your hands on Samsung's latest model. It's got a ton of features. 1.3 megapixel camera, Bluetooth. Check the bullet points. Check it. Normally a phone like this will cost you more than 200 Benjamins. But I called my dog over at letstalk.com and he's giving them away for free. Homeboy's gotta be on crack. You got the big-ass TV, you got the dope new phone, now all you need is a surround sound system, and you'll be chilling like George Jefferson, son. Check it out, it's the Cambridge Soundworks home theater on a box. Hella features, 5.1 audio, big-ass subwoofer. This thing will have your sounding like you're in the movies, but without babies crying in the background, you heard? Check the bullet points. You even get a DVD player that doubles as a receiver for the 5 speakers and subwoofer. This system is so banging, even white dudes will be able to dance to it. I can get you one for like $700. You can't beat that with a bat. That's it from Little Will's Discount Warehouse. Be sure to check out my fly-ass blog at attackoftheshow.com where you can find links to where you can buy all this Oh, crap. That's my theme music. Peace out.
Check the bullet points!
I know.
I love
that is, it's a different look for Will. Last week he was the Black Ralph Nader, and this week police sirens are his music. I don't get it. Yeah, thanks for the bullet points, Will.
Much appreciated. Still ahead, video voicemail in the monitor heads, and most importantly, folks, we are showing you the new features in the next episode of Half-Life 2. You can't miss it, so check the commercials, son.
If you haven't been watching Attack of the Show, this is what you're missing. For more info, go to attackoftheshow.com.
Attack of the Show. Attack.
Welcome back to a live Attack of the Show, TV's only source for what you care about.
That's true.
And what you care about. Time to talk to you, though. Here we go. First up, we have Greg from Massachusetts.
Hi, this is Greg from Canton, Massachusetts.
And I was wondering if you thought that if the government legalized marijuana, if it would be a gateway to legalize other harder drugs.
No. My favorite's already legal. Little Drano and Pixie Sticks.
Yeah, totally.
Take it through a straw. Like
It's
a
called
man.
an intergalactic passion.
It's fantastic. Put an umbrella in that drink. I don't think it will. I think you know, I am a proponent of it. I think it should be legalized, and I don't think it would lead to them legalizing. Heroin's probably not going to be legal anytime soon, despite the many letters that I write.
I will say this, yes, I will say this, and it's just from having been in Amsterdam, being in Vancouver, where it is sort of decriminalized. You do see a lot more ruffians about, sort of doing other things. So that's what it leads to. It leads to other people going, well, as long as that's happening, I'm going to do this, and that'll be next.
Right.
Yeah.
And people will be a little bit more casual with it, but I'm all for happening, you know.
All right, next
I'm in
up.
between.
Oh, you are?
I don't really know about it, but let's move on.
Bob from Florida. Let's do it.
What kind of shampoo or conditioner does Kevin use?
I'm leaving the show.
Yeah, all right.
Creepy.
Apparently it's legal.
No one wants to know about this?
I know, that's
What do you
amazing.
have going on?
That is amazing.
Is that Johnson's & Johnson's?
Pert Plus.
No, really? That's a shampoo and a conditioner in one.
That is amazing.
Thank you.
Saves time.
Olivia, what about you?
I use L'Oreal for my.
Ooh, very good.
Yeah, I do it.
That's a little pricey. Pricey for my taste.
Yeah.
Albertsons with the club card, you get the Aussie. It's fantastic.
Oh, nice.
3-minute
Aussie
miracle.
smells good.
Smells
that
amazing.
stuff.
That's all the time we have,
3-minute
folks, for voicemail. We're done.
All right, stick around because up next on G4, we've got back-to-back episodes of Star Trek The Next Generation. Then at 10, we've got The Man Show. Follow that up, of course, with interactive Star Trek. And finish off the night with an all-new episode of Banzai Midnight Spank.
Coming up tomorrow, it's the Battle of the Ancients. Old people race to put together a stereo. Yeah, old people are funny.
We really are doing that.
We are doing that. Make sure to tune in this Friday at 8 p.m. for our Comic-Con coverage.
Now, finally, what you've been waiting for. This is incredible if you haven't seen it. It's a look at the new features, the new gameplay that's going to be in the next episode of Half-Life Deuce.
Gwensta, remember our motto. There's a hole in the sky through which things can fly. At the Enrichment Center, we believe that a highly motivated test subject can carry out rather complex tasks while enduring the most intense pain. So in case you don't make it through the testing, goodbye. Now you're thinking with portals.
Yes, now I'm thinking about portals.
Me too, man.
Isn't it fantastic?
Open your mind, man.
Hold it in your lungs. Hold it in, sweetheart. Hold it.
Come on, Oklahoma.
Now you go.
And now for all the things you saw today and more, check out, go to attackoftheshow.com.
All right.
That was good, man.
I got a little something.
Pop gear. Pop gear.
I'm still thinking about the portals, buddy.
Portals, man.
What if I shot a portal into the ground and then shot one into your mind?
That's kind of deep, man.
Would I be walking around in your brain?
Hey guys, let's say goodnight.
Dude, good night.
Good night.
No.
Dude, good night. Let's just go to sleep.
What if it's a bad night? Because the portal.
Well, what about